What's up, family and listening audience? When it comes to women in America, I'd say 50 and under, most of their moral compasses are broken. I won't say all the way broken, but broken to a large extent. I'm going to give you an example. About 2 or 3 years ago, all these sisters like Erica Badu, Sanaa Lathan, and if I'm not mistaken, even Angela Bassett participated in this rap where they were saying what it is that they would do for the D. So this is like the mindset of the 50 and under women in America. They're morally confused. And if they're not morally confused, they're sexually confused. So, in line with the fact that the moral compasses of most American women are broken, I'm reminded of a situationship that I was in about 4 years ago. Her name was Misha. Beautiful sister. And remember this, she was very endowed. She had voluptuous breasts. Real beautiful. Had one son who was about 17 years old. She was around 38. And she hadn't been in a relationship for 4 years. Her boyfriend had got murdered. So she had sort of became a recluse. But remember what I said about her being endowed, because that's going to come back to surface down the line. Now, we had a real heated situation for a few months. It was really strong. And she was really promising in my eyesight. And I started to have some feelings and even visions of what our future may be. But anyway, she would tell me, I have no problem with you going in my phone. You can have the code. And I'm not into doing anything like that, because like I said in one of my other talks, that when you look for something, you're going to find it. So I'm just not into that. But she insisted. But I still said, okay. And, maybe down the line I might use that little juice card that I have. So some time goes on, and anyway, she has a friend that she met on a talk line. A married dude from LA who she never met. And their relationship was so good from a communication standpoint that his wife got alarmed, and they ended up talking, Misha and the wife, and got an understanding, because she said that both of them made it clear that there's nothing going on between them. Because she said she had a thing about men with dreads anyway, so she really didn't like him to begin with based on that. Anyway, some time goes on, and one weekend I'm going over to pick her up, and she comes out and she puts the little bag in the back seat, and she said she forgot something, and she left her phone on my seat and ran in the house. And when she ran in the house, something told me to look at her phone. I looked at her phone, I picked it up, and I saw a dude's name. It was the guy from LA. I hit the button, and I saw a picture of her with a shirt. Her shirt was up, not showing her actual breasts, but you might as well, because she had a very tight bra on and her cleavage was showing. But he had requested that she show him what's under her shirt. And she complied. And when she came back to the car, I asked her, what's this? And of course, she was shocked. And she tried to minimize the situation and say that, he just asked what I had under. And, I just gave him a brief shot. And you actually sent him a picture. How would his wife feel about that? She just really couldn't comprehend. But that when I asked her how the wife would feel about that, it sort of rung a bell. But even then, she still persisted in minimizing and making it seem as though it was an innocent situation. And as you brothers know, once they show that type of treachery and unloyalty, it's a done deal, as it was. And although we are on speaking terms today, that was the end of our relationship. Because she caught hell the next 2 or 3 months of dealing with me till she finally just had to let the situation go. Because there was no forgiveness for that bullshit that she got caught up in. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line, she got caught up in some bullshit and then never had the humility to admit that she was wrong. So that's one example to show that shows how broken the moral compasses of women 50 and under are in today. They're in bad shape. And now the brothers have been raised to be that way because their mothers have taught them that, because most of them come from single parent households run by these misled, broken compassed women. So be mindful, brothers. Don't just jump into bed and don't just jump in relationships with these broken women. Get yourself fixed first, and you will attract one like unto yourself. Peace.